Hello and good evening. I had only planned on doing one video today, but then some more news came out today regarding Star Wars that I wanted to talk about. Jon Favreau's live-action Star Wars series show will be called The Mandalorian. That is awesome. Looks like we're going to have some really good directors as well helming this series. We've got Dave Filoni, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Taika Waititi. That's a pretty high standard of directors that they've already announced that are going to be helming some of these shows. Got an awesome picture of a bounty hunter here, a Mandalorian. I think this is the image that Disney released to promote the news, along with Jon Favreau's announcement on his official Facebook and Instagram pages. So, Jon Favreau's live-action Star Wars TV show for Disney streaming service finally has a name and a plot: The Mandalorian. In a post to his official Facebook and Instagram pages, Favreau posted a brief synopsis that offers a glimpse into what we might expect for the show, which will follow a Mandalorian gunslinger in the years following Return of the Jedi. That's awesome. Post Return of the Jedi. So probably just right after it. That is going to be amazing. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. I'm so excited for this. There have been rumors in recent weeks that the show would be about the warrior culture exemplified by bounty hunters like Jango Fett and Boba Fett. Favreau's synopsis confirms that the show will follow one such renegade, but not, it seems, Boba Fett. Let me just go back and credit. I forgot to credit the article. This is actually on The Verge, theverge.com, and it was written by Andrew Liptick. Thank you, Andrew. I'm loving the article so far, so I'm just going to continue reading. And then they've got an image here directly from Jon Favreau's Twitter, The Mandalorian. After the stories of Jango and Boba Fett, another warrior emerges in the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian is set after the fall of the Empire and before the emergence of the First Order. We follow the Travais, a lone gunfighter in the outer reaches of the galaxy, far from the authority of the New Republic. So we're going to be on the outer rim. That's awesome. That's basically saying we're going to be out on the outer rim. That is awesome. This was posted. Shows it was put on Instagram one day ago, but I thought it was announced today. It looks like it's already got 57,000 likes. 57,000 likes. So the synopsis, like the article says, it's pretty vague, but it fits with what's been revealed about the show thus far. Disney tapped Favreau, who directed Iron Man, loved it. Iron Man 2, loved it again. That's a severely underrated Iron Man movie. I don't know why fans of the series of the Marvel movies have such an issue with it. I thought that was a great movie. And appeared in the Clone Wars and Solo. They tapped him to helm the show back in March, and in a later update, Star Wars revealed the first images from the series, that same image that we see up above of the lone Mandalorian with a gun on his back or her back. We shall see. I think that's going to be awesome. So the image showing off its titular character, a Mandalorian clad in brown armor. So Lucasfilm's update also revealed the directors behind the show, and while it doesn't appear that Favreau will be behind the camera for the series, there is an impressive set of directors lined up already. Dave Filoni, who created the Clone Wars, Star Wars Rebels, and Resistance, that's upcoming, being released in a couple weeks, will direct live action for the first time in his career, while Deborah Chow, Jessica Jones, Rick Famuyiwa from Dope, Bryce Dallas Howard from Soulmates, and Taika Waititi, Thor Ragnarok, and Moana. Why are they underscoring Moana? Like Thor Ragnarok. I actually thought Moana was a better movie. Thor Ragnarok is probably the weakest, in my opinion, of the Thor series. Even more so than The Dark World. I just think it was highly overrated. It's CGI-infested yawn fest, pretty much. Anyways, that's just my personal opinion. If you like it, more power to you. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I respect yours. It's like I hope you respect mine. We'll direct other episodes. Casting for the show hasn't been revealed just yet, so that's probably the next news that we'll get. They want to start to cast the characters. It'll be interesting to see who they cast in the main role and then in supporting roles. I'm excited. I think they're going to do a great job with this. Production began earlier this week, teasing a familiar-looking desert planet. Are they talking about Tatooine? Or Jakku, because they're both desert planets, and we've seen them both now in the Star Wars universe. So when you say familiar-looking planet, desert planet, which one is it? Is it going to be Jakku, or is it going to be Tatooine? That's just as vague as Favreau's statement. But anyways, to continue. The Mandalorians are an incredibly popular segment of the Star Wars universe, featured in several now non-canon novels, and with a good amount of screen time during the Clone Wars. Now non-canon novels. I wonder why they're non-canon. Oh wait, yes, because Disney decanonized everything, so they could pick and choose from it, from the EU. The EU is gone. And you know what else I really like that had the Mandalorians in it? Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2. Love those games. I think 2 is criminally underrated. I think that's an amazing game. Yes, it's a little predictable and boring near the end, but the Kreia character alone is one of the best characters I've ever seen in the extended or the regular Star Wars universe. That character is so deep and so well written. It's crazy. I love that stuff. And I was very disappointed to hear when Disney decanonized all the EU stuff. I'm not a fan of all the EU stuff, but I know a lot of people are. And now it looks like they're going to do exactly what I thought when it got decanonized. What I thought they did with The Last Jedi, for a lot of it, was you decanonize and then you just pick and choose. You pull the things you want out of the EU and leave all the other parts. But that's life with Disney in charge, unfortunately. Anyways, to continue. Favreau already has a connection to the Mandalorians from the Clone Wars. We already talked about that. Interestingly, Favreau already has that connection because he voiced Previsilia, tongue-tied tonight. But yeah, he was the character in the Clone Wars who tried to overthrow his home planet's government with Obi-Wan's close friend, I guess you could say, by allying himself and his followers with the Confederacy during the conflict. But the show won't follow that character. He died. He actually was killed at the hands of Darth Maul in the series. And while it doesn't look like The Mandalorian will be about Boba Fett, there were reports that a film about him is in the works as well. Or in the works. I'm adding as well. Prior to Solo's release earlier this summer, word broke that Logan's director, James Mangold, was developing a standalone film featuring the bounty hunter. Now that would be awesome. That will definitely get me back in the theater as well for a Star Wars film. To see a Boba Fett standalone film that was directed by James Mangold, because I loved Logan. Logan was awesome. So if that happens, I'm definitely going back. They're going to get my money back for that. Disney's streaming service is expected to arrive next year, and The Mandalorian is one of several original projects that are expected to launch at the same time. Now that is a bit of a down note, that unfortunately to be able to watch the show, we're going to have to subscribe to the streaming service or find alternative means to access the show. But I mean, we're all going to need to access the streaming service. That's a bit of a down note, that it's not going to be made available to the general public in another platform at first. Hopefully we get a home media release eventually of the series, where we get it on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital copy. Disney is also putting quite a bit of backing behind this project, which reportedly cost around $100 million for 10 episodes. Now that's really good. A $10 million budget for each episode. That's pretty good. So hopefully that's the case, that we get good production values. It sounds like we've got some good directors. Hopefully the writing is just as strong and following the lore. I can't stress that enough. I really hope they follow the lore this time. We don't get our expectations subverted. No subversion of expectations. Please, Disney. Not this time, Lucasfilm. Just please give us something. Throw us a bone. Anyways, more Last Jedi ranting. Back onto it. While Lucasfilm has launched several animated shows, an ongoing live-action Star Wars television show hasn't been done before, and it comes at a time when Disney has been reevaluating its tempo for pacing the franchise's release schedule. Now, remember there was talk about a live-action franchise back when a live-action TV show back when the Clone Wars. I think the Clone Wars was originally envisioned as a live-action TV series, and then eventually became animated just based on budget constraints. That's what I think. But anyways, that's my 2 cents. There's nothing in this article talking about it. That's just me reminiscing about the past. But anyways, like I said, wanted to come on here and share this news. I think this is something we can all get behind. People who liked The Last Jedi, people who didn't like The Last Jedi, people who liked The Force Awakens, people who didn't enjoy The Force Awakens. We can all get behind this. This show sounds awesome. It's going to be really awesome, really cool. Can't wait to see more news about this as it develops, as it further comes together and production continues. They're going to start shooting. They're going to get some writers in place. They're going to get the actors cast, and I look forward to all that news, and I look forward to sharing with you. So that's it for me tonight. I'll wish you good night at this point, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.